Are you tired of constantly chasing success, only to find it slipping through your fingers? In this video, we're delving into the world of Stoicism and uncovering the secrets behind why you should stop chasing success and start attracting it instead. Step 1. Change the way you think. Success can be related to things outside of yourself, like money, a job, or social status. We are taught to think that if we keep working hard and chasing these outside rewards, we will finally be happy. Stoicism tells us to reject this idea. Many Stoics believe that true success is a state of mind. It means developing good qualities like wisdom, courage, moderation, and fairness, and living a life that is in line with these ideals. By changing how we see things, we can see that success is not something we should chase, but something we can draw by being true to ourselves. As Stoics say, there is a clear line between what we can control and what we can't. We can't change what other people think, feel, or how much money we have, or how well known we are. Trying to get these things will only make us angry and let down because they depend on things we can't change. We do, however, have full power over our thoughts, actions, and responses. By focusing on these things, we can develop the good qualities we need to live a good life, no matter what happens around us. Amor fati, or the love of fate, is one of the most important things that Stoics teach. Believe this idea tells us to accept everything life gives us, good and bad, without complaining. It means changing the way you think about situations from ones that are problems to ones that are chances to grow. When we stop thinking of success as something we have to work hard to get and start focused on what we can control, success starts to come to us on its own. This is because external measures of success no longer interest us, and we can focus on improving ourselves and having a good life. Change how you think from chasing to attracting. Understand that success is not a goal in the outside world, but a state of mind. Develop character, pay attention to what you can change, and stop worrying so much about the results. Successful things will start to happen on their own because you'll be growing as a person and living in line with your beliefs. Step 2. Work on growing as a person. Focusing on personal growth instead of outward accomplishments is a way to attract success. The main idea behind Stoicism is that you can become the best version of yourself by making your character better all the time. Truly great people don't have titles, awards, or lots of money. They have these things. Self-awareness is the first step to personal growth. Stoicism says that we should regularly think about our ideas, actions, and reasons for doing them. By doing this, we can see what we need to work on and begin taking steps to build our inner virtues. We don't think about what other people don't have. Instead, we think about how we can become smarter, braver, more reasonable, and more fair. Once we start focusing on growing as people, we stop looking for short-lived and often unsatisfying exterior proofs of our success. Instead, we start to find happiness in the process of improving ourselves. With this change inside, we naturally attract success because as we grow, we become more capable, more sure of ourselves, and more in line with our true purpose. Stoics believe that writing in a book every day is a useful way to focus on personal growth. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most well-known Stoics, kept a journal where he wrote every day about his thoughts and deeds. Being the most powerful man in the Roman Empire, this habit helped him stay grounded and work on his own growth. You can do the same thing by giving yourself time every day to think about what you've done, figure out how you can improve, and remember yourself of the good traits you want to develop. Getting ready for hardship is another important part of Stoicism for personal growth. Stoics believe that problems and challenges will always be there, and that we can handle them better if we get ready mentally for them. This way of thinking not only helps us deal with problems when they happen, but it also makes us stronger, more flexible, and able to change with the times. When we focus on getting stronger through hard times, we stop seeing them as obstacles to our success and see them as chances to do better. Putting your attention on personal growth will help you draw success by making you more like successful people. Wisdom, courage, and self-discipline are some of the virtues that can help you deal with problems, make better choices, and live a more worthwhile and fulfilled life. If you want to be successful, you shouldn't try to get it. Instead, you should become the best form of yourself and let success come to you. Step 3. Write down what success means to you. The idea that you can decide what success means to you is one of the most freeing ideas in Stoicism. Society often tells people what success means by using words like money, power, fame, or rank. Stoicism, on the other hand, tells us to ignore these outside meanings and instead make our own rules based on our own values and goals. Stoicism says that living in line with your values is the key to success. It's not about what other people want or getting praise from outside sources. Being true to yourself and living by your values is important, no matter what other people think. For Stoics, this internal meaning of success is what makes them feel truly happy and at peace, even when bad things happen. Virtue as the highest good is one of the main ideas behind Stoicism. Living a good life is the only way to be truly successful in this way of thinking. This means getting smarter, braver, more fair, and more self-disciplined. When we think of success in these terms, we free ourselves from society's expectations and the stress that comes from trying to reach goals set by other people. Setting your own goals based on what's important to you is also part of defining success for yourself. Do not follow the crowd or try to reach goals that other people think are important. Instead, think about what is important to you. What do you believe in? What kind of person do you want to become? How would you like to change the world? By answering these questions, you can come up with your own meaning of success that fits with who you are and not what other people expect of you. One of the most important changes you can make is this one. When you stop trying to be successful the way someone else does and start living your life based on your own values, success starts to come to you naturally. There is no longer a need for acceptance or validation from other people, which makes you free. Instead, you are driven by a strong sense of purpose and honesty, which brings the right people, situations, and opportunities into your life. Stoicism tells us to accept the idea of enough. In a world that always wants more money, more success, more attention, Stoicism teaches us that real happiness comes from realizing that we already have enough. You can find peace and happiness in the present by setting your own goals for success. This will keep you from always wanting more. To sum up, one important thing you can do to attract success instead of chasing it is to define what success means to you. Being true to your ideals and setting your own goals for success will help you make a life that is full and meaningful. When you're internally aligned, you naturally attract success without needing support or approval from other people. Step 4. Have faith in the process. Being able to accept the process is one of the most important things that Stoicism teaches. We are often concerned with results in our fast-paced, results-driven world. Let's get ahead quickly and on our own terms. Stoicism, on the other hand, tells us that we only control how hard we work, not what happens. When you trust the process, you know that success won't happen all at once, but over time. The Stoics stressed how important it was to be patient, strong, and determined. Life is full of problems, failures, and not knowing what will happen next. Stoics say that we shouldn't get angry or upset when things don't go as planned. Instead, we should enjoy the journey and believe that our efforts will pay off in the end. The idea of apatheia, or inner peace, is one of the most important ideas in Stoicism. This peace comes from realizing that we can control what we do, but not what happens. We can get rid of the stress that comes from trying to control things that we can't control by focusing on doing our best instead of worrying about the effects. We can stay calm and collected even when things get tough because we know that success is a journey, not a goal. Being in the present moment is also part of trusting the process. From Stoicism, we learn that the only time we really have power over is the present. We often forget how valuable the present is when we are always looking forward to the future. When we trust the process, we stop worrying about what will happen in the future and learn to enjoy the journey and the lessons it brings. The Stoic practice of negative visualization is a useful way to develop this way of thinking. This involves picturing the worst-case situations and getting ready in your mind for them. This makes us less afraid of failing and more at ease with not knowing what will happen. We can trust the process more when we don't worry about failing. We know that we will be okay, even if things don't go as planned. One important thing you can do to attract success is to trust the process. People can let go of their worries about what will happen and focus on doing their best in the present moment. This lets life move naturally. We can stay calm and strong even when things go wrong by separating ourselves from the effects. We draw success as a byproduct of our consistent efforts and persistence when we trust the process. Step 5. Make sure your actions match your goals. Making sure that your actions are in line with your goals is another important step in attracting success. In Stoicism, this line of thought is called virtue in action. It means that what you say, what you do, and what you think should all match up. This kind of honesty is necessary to draw success because it makes sure you live in a real way and with a purpose. When your deeds match your intentions, you feel like your inner world makes sense. This means that you are not being pushed in different ways by different wants or pressures from outside sources. Instead, you are based on your beliefs and always do what is right. By being consistent, you gain faith in yourself and draw in the kind of success that serves you. Stoicism says that what we do should always be in line with our highest goals. Because of this, if you want to be a person of character, you should be honest, fair, and open about everything in your life. Actions that help learning and self-development should be a part of your plan to grow and get better. A sense of peace is also created when intentions and deeds are in sync. When you live your life in line with your ideals, you don't have to deal with internal conflicts or regrets all the time. Knowing that you are living in line with who you really are makes it easier to bring the right people and chances into your life. People are drawn to those who live honestly and with a reason. A useful way to make sure your deeds match your intentions is to check in with yourself often. Believe in yourself and think about whether the things you do every day bring you closer to your goals or further away from them. Are you acting in a way that shows what you really believe, or are outside forces or short-term wants taking your attention away? By looking back at what you've done on a regular basis, you can make changes and stay on the right track. A key part of attracting success is making sure that your actions match your goals. Being honest and dependable in your daily life gives you a sense of inner peace and purpose that makes success come to you easily. You can act with confidence and clarity because you know you are living in line with your true self when you are in this balance. Step 6. Believe in yourself and be positive. Stoicism says that our ideas and thoughts have a lot of power over our lives. If we think about bad things all the time or doubt our own skills, our life will reflect those thoughts. If we choose to be positive and believe in ourselves, on the other hand, we will attract opportunities and results that match our confidence. One of the most important ideas in Stoicism is that perception is everything. How we see things, problems, and chances affects how we act on them. It's easy to give up when we think that problems are too big to solve. But if we see problems as chances to learn and grow, we will face them with a positive outlook and the confidence that we can solve them. Another important part of Stoicism is having faith in yourself. The Stoics thought that everyone has the strength and knowledge to handle anything that life brings their way. When we believe in our own skills, we can act with confidence and strength, even when things are tough. People who believe in themselves are more likely to be successful because they are willing to take chances, accept challenges, and keep going even when things get hard. Positive thinking and self-belief can be put into practice with the Stoic practice of mental rehearsal. This means picturing yourself reaching your goals and dealing with problems with grace and strength. By picturing yourself succeeding, you create a happy attitude that brings you chances and helps you stay focused on your objectives. Having positive thoughts and faith in yourself is a key part of bringing success. You naturally bring the right chances and people into your life when you believe in yourself and have a positive outlook on life. When you think this way, you can face obstacles with confidence and strength, which makes success a natural result of your work. Step 7. Stop being in charge. Stoicism tells us that we can't always control the things that happen in our lives, and that trying to do so will only make us unhappy and frustrated. From a Stoic point of view, we should focus on what we can control, like our thoughts, deeds, and attitudes, and let go of the rest. Let go of power doesn't mean you give up or don't do anything. It means understanding that there are limits to what we can change and finding ways to live with them. We can get rid of the stress and anxiety that come from constantly thinking about what will happen when we stop trying to control everything. This way of thinking also helps us get what we want because it keeps us focused on the important things. We can focus on things we can control when we let go of them. For example, we can work hard to improve ourselves and stay true to our ideals. When we do this, we stop worrying about things we can't change, which sets us up for success. The last and most important thing you need to do to attract success is to let go of power. If we accept that we can't control everything and focus on what we can, we feel calm and clear, which makes it easier to attract success. This way of thinking keeps us from getting frustrated by chasing after things we can't change. It also helps us keep our attention on what really counts.